On a bright sunny day, an expensive car is quickly rushing to its destination along the street. A middle-aged man throws himself under a car, feigning a leg injury and screaming loudly. The car slams on the brakes and stops in front of a man, screaming that he was almost killed. After which the driver opens the window and tells the man that he didn't even hit him. The passenger window of the car rolls down and a sickly young man named Hank Daly takes a close look at the man lying on the ground. The man mentally tells himself that he has won the jackpot, because in front of him is the youngest gentleman of the Hong family, who has incredible wealth and is in very poor health, and tells him that it will cost at least 100,000 yuan to treat his leg. Hank asks his driver to give the simulator 100,000, and he, without hesitation, hands the man a suitcase, which makes the man very surprised at how easy it was for him to get the money out. The man thanks Hank, bowing cordially in front of the stationary car. However, in his mind, the man considers Hank a fool, promising to rob him again using the same method next time, thus earning himself a fortune. The swindler's thoughts are interrupted by Hank, who notices that everything is fine with his leg. He says that the man apparently does not understand the situation, because although he likes to spend money, he prefers to spend it through fair transactions, which means he will have to fulfill his part of the deal and get injured. The man's face crosses with fear, and he asks Hank what he means by these words. Instead of answering, Hank's driver takes out a bat and maims the crook by hitting his leg with force. The driver gets into the car and drives away, leaving the crippled crook lying on the ground. Driver asks Hank if it was worth 100,000, adding that even though it is an out-of-pocket expense, Hank should find an economist to invest in since he spends too much money every day. Hank tells the driver that he agrees with his thoughts, after which he briefly becomes lost in his thoughts. He explains that his body is very sick and weak, incapable of even normal walking without a crutch. But recently, he has become connected to a special system of extravagance that charges his body with energy by spending money. He adds that he needs to invest his parents' money into something profitable to rebuild his body stronger, but all his attempts have ended in failure. He tried to invest in a rental business, but the owner ran away with his money, and also to buy patents for inventions. But they did not bring him anything. Hank asks the driver to take him home, adding that some important guest is about to arrive at their house. Arriving home, Hank encounters a man and a girl sitting next to his parents, and his father introduces them as an old family friend and his daughter from the Tang family. Hank listens carefully to his father's story about how in the past their grandfathers solved business problems together face to face, and turns his gaze to the girl. The daughter of a family friend turns out to be a beautiful young woman, shyly looking around. Hank's mom introduces the young girl as Betty, and says that from now on, she is his bride. Hank asks his mother in surprise whether